Hello everybody and welcome back to Satisfactory. Today marks episode 3 of our brand new playthrough. In our last video, I don't know how, but apparently power went out when we ended it. So that's going to be my first thing for today. Second thing is I want to work on getting the project parts from the assemblers to the space elevator. So our current power consumption is like 180 when we're only producing 150. So I went ahead and deleted all the biomass burners over there because I'm going to make a more permanent solution over this way. Alright, so as you can see here, I have this little platform. So I'm just going to go ahead and go down the line, just placing biomass burners. Alright, so that's 8 biomass burners producing 30 megawatts each, so 30. That's about 60, 120, 240. 240 megawatts right here. So that should be enough to hold us over for a little bit longer. So I'm going to go ahead and build a little manifold here. So now it's just a matter of hooking up belts every which way. But I did it like this, so that way in the near future I can just duplicate biomass burners. Which hopefully by then I'll already have coal power. So that shouldn't be much of a problem. This is only temporary until I get coal. Alright, so I went and got some things. So now, place a Mark II belt, feeding this at 120 a minute. And there's all my biomass. Nice. So that is more than enough biomass to fully fill all 8 of these. So that shouldn't be a problem. You know, it'd probably help if they were actually connected to the power grid. Alright, so I'm going to wait a little bit for all of these to get fully filled, and then I'll see y'all then. Alright, so all the biofuels in the machines now, I hope. So, and power's back on. Nice. Anyway, what do we do now? What were we doing? Alright, so I was standing here thinking about milestones, and our hard drive got done. So, copper rotor or cast screw. Alright, so I made my decision. Copper rotors, way too many screws. I can't fit enough on one belt. Well, at least at where I am. I need Mark III belts for that. So I'm going to go with cast screws for now. Who knows, we might get that recipe in the future. Alright, so I have an idea. With that new recipe, I'm just going to make a screw factory. Just off rip. I know it's early in the playthrough, but I don't care. Alright, so I overclocked that smelter, so that way I don't need 2 of them, because I'm too lazy for that. So, that's 60 per minute. And these can make the cast screws, and they only need 12.5 a minute. That might be a problem. Alright, so this is currently being overclocked, so that way it's making 60 iron ore per minute, because this is producing 60 ore per minute. So all that ironing is being smelted. That constructor right here takes, what was it, 15 per minute? So if it's 15 per minute, and this produces 60, we're going to need 4 of these guys. Meaning we're going to be 2 plates short. Alright, so all the constructors are hooked up now. So this is producing 60 a minute. This is smelting at 60 per minute. And now we should be we don't have it hooked up. Alright, so that's everything with the screws hooked up. Except for the outputs. Which should be able to flow into 2 storage containers. Hopefully. Alright, so that's 240 screws per minute being funneled into both of these 2 containers. So, that being said, we're getting screws. Alright, so I was just looking at the storage container, and while we were building the screw things, like this little screw factory over there, we've racked up half the plates we need. So that's really cool. So mathematically speaking, if we go build a second screw factory thingy like that, we should have enough plates, right? I mean, that's kind of how math works. I hope. So over here, I set up a little bit of a Conterium type of deal. Because I just mined a bunch of ore and threw it in here and said smelt it. So, one thing you can do with Caterium is research it. Which is exactly what I'm going to do. Alright, so I went ahead and made all the Caterium into quick wire. So with that, if we go back into the research, we can make the zip line. Which is really cool in my opinion. Now, where did we put our equipment workshop? Dang, this whole factory's a mess. Oh, here it is.
Previous pioneer events, Fixit recommends not using zip lines during thunderstorms and typhoons or while drinking coffee.
Alright. And we have a zip line. So the zip line's not an actual zip line. It's just a tool that you can use on power lines. Not that effective, but it works from like here to there. It works better when you have like the giant power pylons, but we don't have those unlocked yet. So like, yeah. This will be more handy in the future. Alright, so based on prior knowledge of this game, I know that Phase 2 is also going to use smart plating. So I might just build a belt coming from storage container to the thing. And I don't have enough plates. Alright, so the belts are all hooked up now. So, now, we can just watch it. The smart plating, slowly but surely, comes on down the line. To, well, yeah. Not to, well, yeah, to the space elevator. Alright, so I got a little bit more biomass. Didn't destroy a forest this time, I think. Not positive, though. So our current state on the project parts, it's almost done, as you can see. One more smart plating to go, which I think this is it. Yep. Yep. Alright, so we're done with we're done with phase 1. So, yeah.
After completion of Phase 1, the technologies of Tiers 3 and 4 will become available in the hub.
Okay, well, anyway, that's phase 1 done.
Personnel transportation, and many more. Completing Phase 2 of project.
And there it goes. Off to build the, what is it called? The distribution platform? Or something?
Phase 1
I don't know.
Project assembly completed.
Alright, that's done. That's cool. Okay, we can go home now. Alright, so back at the hub, we now unlock Tier 3 and Tier 4. Alright, so the main things I'm interested in is coal power, logistics Mark 3, and steel. That's about it. Oh, and the hypertubes. So, that being said, go ahead and 150 plates. 100. Alright. I appreciate it, game. Alright, so the cable issue is not a problem. You know what will be a problem? The rotors and iron plates. So I was sitting here thinking, do we really have to deal with this organized mess? I don't want to deal with it. So we could relocate. That's always an option. I might do that sometime soon. Cause yes, this factory is great and all, but like, I mean, it's a decent factory, but like, it's a little unorganized. A little, just, like, look at that. That's not, yeah. So I could just move, like, not over there. That's way too close. And I don't want to go way over where the desert is. So I'm debating on where I move to. Alright, so if I want to move, I'm not going to move all this by hand. So we can make use of a tractor. So I got enough now.
Milestone reached. Tractors permit
We can build a
to move around the world.
I don't have enough
areas
modular
similar to
frames.
using
Hold
legs,
on, give me like
except with wheels and a
2
rampant
seconds.
consumption of natural resources. They can also
Shut
be
up, Ada.
automated
Nobody
to
cares.
self-drive and deliver resources between truck stations, which in turn facilitate automation of loading, unloading, and refueling.
Alright, so tractor.
Tractors can use any type of fuel and have a self-driving feature. Much
Um,
only more reliable.
Okay, you know what? I have an
While
idea for
driving, you
this.
can record a path to automate vehicle resource transportation.
We don't have
Unlike early
coal
self-driving
on our
vehicles,
scanner.
Tractors will not spy on you.
I think I know where a
Your
node
employee
is, though. I
data
think
is
there's
already
one, like,
fully
way back
subject to
here.
other means of surveillance.
Alright, I found the coal node that I was talking about. Build a bridge. And cool. So here we are. Ooh, and it's pure. Alright, we got enough coal. We can go back home. Alright, so we're back at the tractor. And we got enough fuel. So we should be good now to load it up on whatever resources we could need. And then just take off. Alright, so I got as much as I want packed in this tractor. So that being said, let's go ahead and head on over to the spot I saw earlier. Okay, so I don't actually remember where the spot was. I just know a general location for it. But I think it might be somewhere along this path. Alright. What do we have here? Okay, so there's a crashed drop pod, but it's kind of in a bunch of poison, so I don't know if I can get it. Oh well, that sucks. I don't know if this is the exact sandbank I saw from my base. I guess the trees just didn't render in, but there is an iron node up here, so that'll be cool. Watch it be pure, because that's my luck. Impure, of course, because that's my luck. Oh. You know, that sucks for him, but I really don't care. Okay, so I don't know where I am now, but I know it's not where I want to go. Ooh, coal. Impure. Alright, so I was looking at that drop pod, and I found some cool things. Like stators, rubber, and some circuit boards. As well as some steel. But I don't really know what to do with the circuit boards and stators yet. Because I don't think we have motors unlocked. Look at that, another drop pod. Oh look, 2 coal nodes. That's cool. This be great for power. Oh, so I can run over like 5 berry bushes in a row, but I can't hit that tiny little tree. That's great. Normal. Normal. Okay, 2 normal nodes. That's decent. Okay, if there's iron and copper near here, this is where I'm setting up base. Alright, so we're gonna place 1 right there. And do we have room for 2 and 3? Oh, it does work. Alright, that's cool. I love that. Nice. Okay, so do we have water extractors? No, because we don't even have coal unlocked yet. Alright, where do we want to build the hub? I'm going to say over this way. Just right. Just plop it down right here for now. Alright, so for coal power, 150 plates, that many rotors. Okay, where's the tractor? 1. Alright, so I got the tractor now. We're good. Alright, so we need a lot of cable. And we just need wires. Oh, rotors, sorry. Alright, so we got enough rotors. And now we got coal. Cool. Alright.
That may indeed be water. Try submerging your arm. If it does not dissolve, that will narrow down the range of possibilities. Or you could just pipe it to a coal-powered generator and see what happens.
So, yeah. I went ahead and I built this little platform here. Just so we had like a little thing to work off of. Because, well, yes, what I had going kind of did work. This was only temporary. So, with that being said, we should be good to delete this all. Alright, so to get everything running at 200% capacity, we need power shards, which we can get from power slugs. So I just need to run around and hopefully collect a lot of slugs. Which, because this is my first yellow slug, I might have to research this one. Right that. Alright, so I forgot to build the MAM. I don't know how. But yeah. So now we can research yellow slug. Oh. Can't make yellow slugs yet.
Research completed. Purple power slugs seem to be near the end of their life cycle and have a significant amount of potential energy stored.
Anyway. So I got the whole factory running. So now our next step would be more advanced production line. Alright, so I went ahead and connected the belts. So all 3 of those go up and into the assemblers, which makes me reinforced iron plates and rotors. And for right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and slam that all in one storage container. You know, while I wait for like iron plates and rotors and stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of, you know, just a little bit of architecture here. Alright, there's pillar number 4. Cool. Alright, so while I was building the pillars, we racked up that many. Wow, that's very little. Okay, that's cool. So, well, yeah, that was kind of sad. With that being said, I might just end the video, and maybe next episode I'll like do a little bit of waiting in between. I don't know. I feel like it would kind of take away from like what we're actually doing, so I might not. But yeah, oh, I didn't mean to place that. But yeah, whenever I get bored, I might just load up the world and let it just grind some plates for us or whatnot. Well, guys, hope y'all have enjoyed. That was Satisfactory episode 3. And next time, in episode 4, I am going to work on steel production. So if y'all have enjoyed, please stick around for episode 4.